sudden it just said live stream ended. Not quite sure what happened. However, I'm not sure what happened in that regard. However, I am back. Hold on, Genzi. So I once again I do apologize. Uh, I wish to hopefully I can get y'all back in. Don't know what that in the future to try to make sure I get that fixed so that way that does not happen again. So I do apologize for that once again. Hopefully I can get y'all back in here. Let's see here. What can I get in here? So we're gonna just sit around and we're gonna see what's happening here, and we'll kind of take it from there. Once I see if I can get some of y'all back in, we're gonna Gizmo. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello. Okay, I got two of y'all back in here. I do apologize for that. Miss Yana, you back with me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, okay. I apologize for that. Like I said, I'm not quite sure what happened. I believe it was on my end because it's all of a sudden it just said the stream ended. Like it didn't. I didn't press anything. It just said the stream ended. So not quite sure what happened on that glitch. However, we're back. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I mean. We go. We continue to cook. Miss Yana, do you remember exactly where I was when I was in the kitchen? Miss Yana, hello.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Can you hear me?
yes, yes, yes. We having a
Yeah,
bad. We
I'm
got
yeah, I'm having a bad connection too.
okay. Okay.
Say it
Well,
again.
yeah. Is this so? So this is my connection, correct? Then correct, isn't it?
Mostly yeah.
Okay. Okay. Said hi. Chicken jockey. I don't know what that means, brother Mason. But I'm glad you had. I don't know about chick, chicken jockey. Whatever. Okay, that's probably my sound like my Wi-Fi. You know what I'm saying? Why it's not cooking. But shout out to y'all for being in here. You know what I'm saying? Glad y'all back. You know what I'm saying? Glad I back. Got y'all back. And glad I got y'all back. Now, here's the thing about the kid. Now
You
here's
was
the thing.
saying you was talking about women taking accountability.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank
Start
you.
there.
Like
Start.
yes, yes. Thank you. Like I said, accountability is for men. I've said that over and over again, and I'll continue to say that. Men should be accountable. Being a man is the most important thing you can do. Being a man under all circumstances is the most important thing you can do. I don't care what nobody say. And when you a man, first, and you establish principles unto yourself that you ever act according to, then to thine own self be true. Then thou can be false to no man. What the hell is chicken jockey? You people is nuts. Now, chicken. Now, here's the thing. You know what I'm saying? When we're dealing with these issues, we're always dealing from a cerebral standpoint. We leave the emotion out of it. We only deal with the facts. And when you're dealing with the facts of a thing, you're always going to be okay. Everything should be dealt with from a cerebral standpoint. What can be quantified, what has merit, anything else you can basically leave to yourself. You know what I'm saying? So there lies that. Now, Miss Yana, are you back? Do you have that other? Oh, I didn't send that one to you. Now,
Which
there's Mr.
one?
Mess. Say it again.
Which one?
No, oh no, I don't even want to. I don't even want to deal with that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want to deal with that one. What I truly would like to deal with, Waffle Man is in now. Waffle Man, is this one of my first trollers? Is this hey Waffle? Is that Waffle? Let's see. Waffle Man. Waffle Man, are you saying what's up or you just trolling the kid? You know what I'm saying? That's all right if you are. I don't have a problem with that. That's why I married a white woman. Well, you can marry whoever you would like. You know what I'm saying. Listen, I'll tell you this. But if you think that marrying a white woman absolves you, is going to be your saving grace, then brother, you have a problem. Because I'm gonna tell you something. Uh, Women have always been women. There's no like what I'm telling you is, and if you think that her race makes her better than a black woman, then you be a lost man. You know what I'm saying? And that's okay if you lost. We can find you. Just don't just you know what I mean. If you put that narrative out, excuse you, pumpkin. If you think that that's a proper way, excuse you, pumpkin. If you think that's a proper way to view the world, then you be incorrect, dog. Because that's not a good way for a man to view the world. That you married a white woman, so that mean like I guess what I'm asking you is what? So you say that to say what? You say you married a woman, so what? So what does she offer you that a black woman could not? You see what I'm saying? Like if you just fell in love with the white woman, and that was and that's who you were around, and I don't have no problem. I mean, be who you want to be with. I ain't here to tell you no different. I'm just telling you, don't drag your own people. If you think that you got a prize just because of her race, then you already lost, bro. You know what I'm saying? You
Mm-hmm.
already lost. Because in the end, you should never ever think that, and that makes you look weak. And I'm as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, man. When you and around hurt people, and whatever the circumstances are, you probably need to reevaluate that. You probably need to reevaluate that line of thinking. You know what I'm saying? And come up with something better, because that's never a good look. To put anyone over your own people. No other race of people do that, by the way. I want to 100% say that. Even when the white girls say they only date, even when white girls say they only date black men. If you notice, it's a lot of times not no real quality white woman. It's some Instagram hood rat thought with a bunch of tattoos, a bunch of baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? This is facts. It's not like a lot of black men are getting the creme de la creme of the white women. Just being real with you. Now, yes, there are some. However, a lot of them white man rejected. They didn't really. A lot of times they're those are the women that they rejected. So I'm just keeping it. I'm just telling you all the way the truth. So if you think your claim to fame is you married a white woman, and that somehow lifts you to a position, I would call that, brother, a pyrrhic victory. You know what I'm saying? At that. You know what I mean? You probably have to look that up. I don't want to, if you care enough to listen to it, and you care enough to go to the dictionary and find out what a pyrrhic victory is, that would be probably what that is. If you are trolling. Now, Waffle Man says, hi, a bunch, brother, are you trolling? I like my trolls now. I get it. I get excited when I get my trolls. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to see more trolls, because you know what I'm saying. That's what we. I like those. I like y'all. I like y'all a lot of times. As much as I appreciate the supporters, I love the trolls. Like, what I'm saying. I love I love those. I love those people. In a lot of cases, the best. Now, so back to selling your soul. When we're talking about this, I want you brothers to understand that time is indefinite. Here, give them, no, here, no, give. Okay, there you go, baby. Indefinite, non-definite, continuum encompassing past, present, future. That is what time is. And a lot of times you don't have as much as you think. The indefinite, non-spatial continuum encompassing past, present, and future. This is what time is. And a lot of times and more often than not, we're wasting a lot of it, chasing things that are of no worth. And then we wonder why we are never able to achieve the success, or at the end of the time, we're empty. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. I ain't never been fuller. I ain't never been fuller than I am now. Here, baby. Here, mama. Because my life has purpose. Before, my life, was just about making money, you know what I'm saying, and staying alive. It was nothing, it wasn't about, there was nothing bigger than me. There was nothing grander than me. It cannot be all about that. It cannot be all about that, dog. It's got to be something more to it. It's got what you're looking for. And like, what was that, Miss Johnson, that green? That's just your computer.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes, Miss. I want black men to get it. Because I want to see my people win. Because every other race sees their people win. Do y'all know how frustrating it is to walk into some of these stores, these gas stations, and look these Indians in the face, and give them my money? You know what I'm saying? For my little snacks or whatever whatever the case I want. I caught this guy tried to get over him. I said, bro, y'all listen. I've got every now and then I got a little sweet tooth, right? I say, so I got two sodas and a Twix, whatever case might be. Price was $10.13. I said, what? I say, bro. He told me, oh man. I said, bro, that ain't in our own community and build within our own groups. So that way we can have our own. And that way, you know what I'm saying? We can go spend with our own just like they do. Because they're not coming to patronize nothing that you bought. Believe that. Like believe that. You see these people coming to patronize nothing that you have put up or nothing that you put together. And nor should they. Don't get it messed up. They should. You know what I'm saying? We need more of that. You know what I'm saying? And selling your soul out to another people, you know what I'm saying, to make yourself, to try to put yourself in the grand scheme, you know what I mean? To try to put yourself, in a position of you know, to be able to try to mask the nonsense. It ain't a good look, dog. It ain't a good look. And we have to do better with that. And we have to recognize these things and see the traps. And this is why I always believed in Machiavelli. You know what I'm saying? Who says that you have to be a lion in order to fight the wolves, but you have to be a fox in order to recognize the traps. I learned that years ago, and that's facts. A man needs to be both. A man needs to be both beast and man, and that's why I don't run from that. That's why, you know what I'm saying, when I get people that say that they don't like me or like my, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? That's maybe I am aggressive. Maybe I am coming off as, you know what I'm saying? But it's me. However, it's me. And so I'll always stand on that. I'll always stand on black masculinity, and I'll always stand on the purposes and the facts. You know what I'm saying? In order to make my points, in order to push my people and get desired outcomes. The outcomes that we would be looking for. I want to get Miss Celeste back in here, Miss Yana. She had a question: what should older women do with this dating pool? And it would die. She was actually putting up a she was actually I believe she was in the process of typing something else. So hopefully I get her back in here. You know what I mean? Because I lost her. Hopefully I can get her back in here and I can answer her question, because I would love to do that. I definitely want to acknowledge that sister because I appreciate her so. Yana, one of the things that I would do want to do, just taking it back a little bit, because there's one thing that I did want to touch on. That video with that guy. Can you go back the video with the Namazi guy? Can you play it from where you were? There was something that I wanted to touch on too, so I want to do that while I got an opportunity. Can you play that video, please? Is it
Yeah.
possible for you to find that? Okay.
Yeah, I
Hey,
got you.
baby, give Chella shouted Chella. Hey, Chella. Hey, baby Gizmo, why you so funky? Hey, little Gizmo. Shella said, hey. Hey, little Gizmo. Hey, Shella. Hi.
I'm in Miami. It's everywhere. You on the yacht? You ain't been on the yacht with me though.
You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, it would be nice, but I know it would be nice, but I want to like you like before I could get on. It's not gonna be fun if it's a private jet with someone that you don't really find whatever. 100%. That's it. That's just it. I agree. Let's go on over here. Your name and age, and why'd you end up popping your balloon?
My name is Faith. I'm 33.
Hey, Faith.
Hi. Um, he He looks nice, well put together. The reason I popped was because the tattoos. A little too much tattoos. I like tattoos. I don't have any, but I do like them. But it's a look like the other ladies. You got a lot going on. So just a little too much. But other than that, that's why I popped. And I didn't see till he got up close. They had the grill, so I was like, when he started.
It's my teeth is in the grill.
Oh.
It's my teeth.
Oh well.
It's 30.
no, I'm just playing.
It's 30K in my mouth.
Hey.
It's a house.
I know. So, Maz, is she someone that's your type?
No.
Why not?
Her teeth. Not trying to be disrespectful. It's just, I don't like how her teeth like the book. Yeah, the overbite.
The teeth.
Okay. Not saying nothing disrespectful.
Thank you. Let's head on back. So, Mazi, unfortunately, that is all the balloons popped, but we do thank you for coming on. Let's go ahead and give it up for him, ladies.
Man, I thank y'all for having me.
Thank you. I'll take the mic. Okay.
All right. Thank you. I really wanted to finish that out because I wanted to see Yana, you're laughing.
Yeah, it was just funny because why would he have 30K in his mouth and he can put that 30K towards, like invest it into something bigger? You feel me? To multiply it.
All of them respectfully said that they're not interested. So therein lies that. And so, and when he said I got 30K, it's like that's a bro. It's just not that, dog. But that's okay. This is why we build these things up, and we build these things slowly, and we build these things through principles. What is your core foundation? And y'all gonna hear me talk a lot about that. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you an example, and I believe it's true in most cases than not. Your foundation are your principles that you can count on no matter what. When you're riding a bike, boxing, footwork, hand placement, fundamentals, riding a bike, one foot turn over the other, right? Fundamentals, cooking. There's always something that you can go towards. Tennis, whatever your fundamentals are, even to the smallest of day-to-day things, there's certain fundamentals that you go through when you wake up, say your prayers, exercise, meditate, get about your day. Principles. What is your core life built around? What is your core life built around? For me, it's my daughters, black man, black masculinity. That's where I'm at, right? Nobody has to agree with that. Nobody has to like it, but I know every principles in mind, and so I'm always trying to be able to have black men to see them to because I know that they're watching. You know what I'm saying? I know my daughter's watching, right? So how am I presenting myself? What am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Because in the end, these things matter, and when your life is built around a core set of principles, you're gonna be okay no matter what. Like I want to say that. Like I want to say that to y'all. You're gonna be okay no matter what. Nobody can break you. Nobody can stop you when your life is built around principles. You have to find out what those are. You said against. I'm sorry, Yana.
Not you. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
okay. Yes, okay, Yana. Hey, just if you need to put something, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times I might not be able to hear you because I'm having a little, put in the chat, you know what I'm saying? And I can probably see that in case, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it's a little, like you said, we know the Wi-Fi is a little, and I'm going to have to do a better job with that. So just like I said, we'll just put them things in the chat. One of the things that's so important, what's your base? Right now, I'm not pretty good at making pieces. I'm getting laughed at, right? But I keep going back. You know what I'm saying? I keep going back because there's a fundamentals, because I'm dedicated to getting anything that I do, I'm dedicated to getting it right. I want to be able to be a man who sees things through. I want to be a man that sees things through no matter what the circumstances are. I don't want to be a man who runs from discomfort. Quite the opposite. You know what I'm saying? I want to be running to it. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to, I want it known that I'm a man who's a warrior. Yeah, I have a warrior spirit. Now, every man don't have to have a war. Guys like that, they always want to talk women, but you like a broad, dog. Because in the end, it should be about more than that. You should, it doesn't matter what the circumstances is. Anybody know me, know this is me. You see what I'm saying? Whether you just like, this is me. I don't put on airs. You know what I'm saying? I am who I am. And this is why, I want our community to be sure. This is why I know my voice has a place in this community, because when you're pushing that, when you're pushing black strength, when you're pushing guts, when you push, it's gonna be pushed back, but it needs to be done. Because I say what a lot of black men can't say. A lot of black men cannot say the things that I say, but they know something's wrong. But however, society has told them, man, you can't say that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Man, you can't what? They're gonna fall on you like rain. They're gonna do this to you. They're gonna do that. Man, I don't care about nothing. People can't do nothing to me. I don't care about none of that. If it's the truth, I'm saying it, and that's that. You can like it, you can dislike it, but that's what it is. And so unless you can refute it with facts, I'm not interested in how it made you feel. You know, I've heard people say to me, man, you would get better views if you said it differently. You know what I mean? Because people, man, I'm not changing up nothing. I'm not changing my delivery to appease no clowns, no internet fools. I wish I might. I wish I might not be the man that I am to appease people. That ain't how I want to say it. Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to say it neither. And when you're a man, that's what you do. You stand. Period. And you let it fall where it may. You know, as long as you're not being disrespectful, say what you want to say. Now, I do believe that there's a way to. I do believe that you can say certain things respectfully. But however, another thing too, I don't respect nobody who don't respect me. So once the disrespect comes, then it's on from there, and so it's on from there to the end too. You know what I'm saying? You okay? You disrespect me? Okay, I'm disrespecting you. Now what? Now where we at? You know what I'm saying? So there's that. And so when more than anything, people gonna come, people gonna go, people gonna like you, people are not gonna like you. However, when your life is built around a set of principles, you can't never go wrong. You can't never go wrong, because in the end, opportunities are gonna always be there because you stay true to who you are. So this is why y'all will never see. Like, I did a lot of things I'm not proud of, and some I can live with, right? Some a little harder to live with. Anything that I did strictly for the money and not because it was the right thing to do, those things are harder for a man to accept. A man should build his life around some things. And I really want black men to start to get this. Stop being slaves to things that don't matter. Stop trying to run the pressures of accountability and stop trying to put that accountability stuff on women. Stop it. She does what she does. Do that. Be a man. Focus on yourself. Build yourself up. Get some guts. The kids all asleep. I gotta keep my voice down now, y'all. Look at the kids. The kids is up. I told y'all she was asleep. That's all she wanted to do was go to sleep. All that fussing. She ate all that food. I'm gonna put her down. Hold on. Y'all say goodnight to the gizmo. Principal A in the house. My baby's going to sleep. Hey, Principal A. I love this little girl. All right, y'all, I'm back. Thank y'all. I tell y'all, this is one of the most trying things I've ever done. You know what I'm saying? Taking care of this little girl. But I wouldn't trade it for nothing. I'm going to tell y'all, I wouldn't trade it for nothing. It's taught me so much about me. It taught me so much about what I made of. I thought I was tough, y'all. I'm going to keep it. I'm just going to tell y'all, man. I thought I was a tough, bad SOB. For real. Everything that I'd done, everything that I'd been through, everything that I experienced, the wars, the beefs, the fights, the prisons, beefs, the stabs, you know what I'm saying, the stuff in the you begin to think that and you come through this, you think it's you think that you're special. It was never me. It was the creator keeping me. It was him who was keeping me. I was not as special as I thought. I just thought that I was special. I realized, y'all, that I was not as special as I truly thought. When this little girl came into my life, I knew that this was my opportunity to do something that I had never done before, which is not let somebody down. I can't tell y'all enough, man. The Tyler stage will test you even more. Being a single parent is not for the weak. Yeah, Vane. They say that baby, baby, Mr. J, this was a terrible live. I really do. It broke up once. Is everybody else having a hard time hearing me too? Put a one in the chat if y'all can hear me. Put a one in the chat. Two if it's just not clear enough. Because if I just okay, I really hate that. They sound back. Because I'm when I get to cooking, it a lot of times with my brain it's hard to come back. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to come back. I really want y'all to be able to get these messages because I don't want to. And then this was not a good stream because we lost it, and then it came back, and you know what I mean. And it'll be better because it'll what I'll do. Me and Miss Yana we'll figure out a way to make this thing more of a production. And like I say, once again, it's coming. But I want to thank the people that are here. You know what I'm saying? That's rocking with the dog because in the end, y'all can always say, I believed in that guy. You know what I'm saying? Now, there was some questions. I missed a couple of them. I can't see. Did anybody if I because on the other I missed a couple questions on the live that gave out on me. Can y'all please type those again if you back? Please type your questions in, and I'll do my best to get to them. As a matter of fact, I'll do that right now. I think there was a few people who had questions, but yeah, single parent. Well, hopefully to find her, Vay Miss J. Let me see, Vay Miss Vay. Okay, I got it now. Vay Miss Vay. Yeah, hopefully to be able to find her a mother. You know what I'm saying? I definitely have not given up on that. Definitely will not. And I'm paying attention to to some things, and we'll see how things progress. But she definitely is going to need a mother. She's definitely going to need a community. She's definitely going to need people that are going to care about her and are going to love her, and pour into her. You know what I'm saying? Just Vay is cool. Okay, all right, Vay. Show you right. Okay, Vay. Show you right. You know what I'm saying? So, I really just that's something that's very important to me. You know what I'm saying? Being able to do things and being able to do these things in a proper fashion, being able to, you know what I'm saying, being able to give her everything, so that way, not necessarily everything, I would say, because obviously there's going to be things that I just, that are probably going to be beyond my control. Being able to give her a base, you know what I'm saying, a solid foundation, you know what I'm saying, let the creator, take her wherever he wanted her to. See, I understand. I feel the same way about finding my son a father. That's facts, babe. How many children do you have? Do you have one? Do you have one son? Tell me much. Building a village is so important. This is facts. Babe, why don't you? Why? What happened with your son's father? If you don't mind me asking, uh, just out of curiosity. What was the scenario? Were you married? Did you leave him? Did he leave you? Was there an opportunity for reconciliation? What did that circumstance look like? Is his father incarcerated? I know a thing or two about that myself. You know what I'm saying? That's, all of these things have really played a part in our community and the demise in it, and the because we have to remember, we've been at the socioeconomic bottom for so long, and this is why we need to start to understand that we really do need one another. We need one another more than we think we do. Just one son, okay, man, just one son, yeah. We when you work with your own people, you start to understand the quality of but before I give you something else, I want to tell you something else. Do you want to know one of my true past, like will be my life's goal, is to be able to have land, because I'm gonna be honest with you, no one can tell me any different. This country owes black people land. This country owes not just land but finances. It is 100% proven. You know what I'm saying, that they have given reparations to other races. They gave them to the natives. They gave them to the Japanese. They paid. They've given so much money to other. They look at the money they spent, that Biden gave to Ukraine. Can y'all, the tax dollars that y'all worked hard for, that were sent over there to another people, to another race, to people, and then I don't know if y'all know this, but the Ukrainian students were allowed to go to black HBCUs to get educations for free. Look it up if you think I'm lying. They were actually taking in, the United States was taking in Ukrainian immigrants and letting them get educations at black HBCUs. My name ain't awesome if I'm lying. Look it up. But yet our children have to pay and go into debt to get an education. And they can come over here, get an education for free, and then leave and then take it back over there to help build their own people up, right? This country owes, period, and black people continue to push that. You know what I'm saying? Because bottom line, there's an outstanding debt that's owed. We all know this country has no problem taking debts or collecting upon debts. We all know, we all are very adults around here. We're very adult about these things. We all know when the credit card bills and, you know what I'm saying, come, and lights, heat, gas, and we all know when you die, they still sending them bills. You know what I'm saying? We all know it's true. They even trying to collect this money in death. Okay. So we're never gonna bag up off that. I'm not, that's for a whole nother topic on that. That being said, though, one of my biggest goals is to be able to have land that was given to us. You know what I'm saying? And then be able to have trades schools there, have the quality, capable black men who are there where young women, Miss Vay, she can send her child, she can send her boy, and other black people before they get to the system. They think these boys tend to be problematic, where they learn skilled trades, plumbing, electricity, whatever the new date, whatever the new science technology, that's out. They learn boxing skills. They learn jujitsu. They learn that they are around other men. They are surrounded by men that pour into them and then create strong men, and then these boys are then given back to their mothers, at a time that's appropriate. Now, obviously, they go home and stuff like that, but they live with these men. They live amongst these men, and they are raised, and then they are given back, and they are poured back into their community in order to do the work that is needed. And so never married. After 5 years, I found the courage to leave and found out I was pregnant. He he has every opportunity to be in his life, but chooses not to. He does also have some mental issues. Yeah, Vay, I'm my condolences for that. That's difficult. I Sounds like you're doing the best that you can with the hand that you dealt. A lot of times we don't. It's funny, like, we procreate with people and then don't even understand the ramifications of it. A lot of times until it's too late, myself included. As y'all know, y'all heard me say that I hate my daughter's first mother, and I do. I hate that. I hate that bee to the day she die. You know what I'm saying? I'll never bag off that. You know what I'm saying? That's just what that is. Her mother, I pity, but my oldest mother's daughter, no. What she did, let me see. Yes, build our own land and educate them on skills they can use and function parts. Yeah, Vay. That's really something that I'm really into. Yeah, thank you, man. Is something that's something that's really important to me. And so I'm hoping, like, here's the thing: you have to get like-minded black, and you have to get like-minded, because we need that. There's so much barren land in this country. There's land that's not even being used. Y'all know it. You know what I'm saying? We ride by it a lot of times. It's desolate. You know what I mean? It's isolated. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell. You know what I mean? It can literally be mowed down. You can literally build a compound. You know what I'm saying? Where these young boys can come, and this is let's say, I mean, juvenile or whatever the case might be. Right before you go on the wrong way, you think, or you just think your son, okay, it's time. I don't know what to do with him. You know what I'm saying? Let's send you to these black men, and then they come at an age that's appropriate. Let's say 5 or 6 or whatever the case might be, and then we then begin to build the thing. Okay, Lives with Gwen Michelle. Hey, Gwen Michelle. Good evening. Glad you're here. The Gizmo she just knocked out, and she had a bigger. See, y'all didn't help me with this. I figured this out on my own, so I'll give y'all absolutely no credit in chat. I said, you know what? Forget this. I'm just gonna start feeding her. I said, now I've been thinking that she's full because I've been giving her this Gerber junk, right? That stuff been, but she's eating it all, so I'm thinking she's full. Never. I said, so yesterday I said, you know what? Forget this. I'm going. So I mixed broccoli. I mixed some sweet potatoes. I mixed a small piece of meatball. I don't know what I made. Some type of concoction I just made. I said, you know what the hell with it. I just mashed it up real good. Y'all, I gave her that stuff. She ate it. Then I gave her some macaroni and cheese. I just go crazy. I just throw the whole kitchen sink at her just to see what that. But I've always been nervous because I didn't, I don't know baby CPR, so I don't know, what I'm saying, if she can or can't take. I get nervous, right? Okay, so give her the stuff. She eats macaroni and cheese. She drinks a bottle. It's about 9 o'clock. She's out till 4. Okay, I wake her up. When she wakes up, I change her diaper. I try to give her a bottle. She rejects the bottle. She pushed the bottle around me, turned around, and went right to sleep. She wouldn't wake up till 7. So I know now. I said, you know what? Yeah, it's been the food. She's absolutely wanting real food now. Hey, I was just about to ask. Well, she would, yes, you just missed her when she just laid down. The gizmo just went down. She just went down. I have my master's in workforce education. My goal is to educate our Black community on trade skills and can be used in their lives. They don't teach basic skills. This is facts, Miss Vay. This is fact. You know what, Miss Vay? Please stay in contact with me. I like, yes, please. I like that. I'm sure that we can. I'm sure that a sister like you can definitely have a place in the community because we have a lot of quality. We have a lot of quality. Men are built by men. Men are forged through fire. I truly believe that. However, you have to have women as a support system. You know what I'm saying? That is important. I believe that men should educate men. Men, they should be forged by men. Men have to test men. Steel sharpens steel, right? So that's how men are created. Men are created through hardship and sacrifice. A lot of times it's difficult to see your child go through that because you want a mother's natural instinct, her paternal instinct is to protect her child. You can't fault that. You know what I'm saying? But what she doesn't understand is that protecting doesn't care. You know what I'm saying? They're going to be tasked with a job to get done. That's that. It doesn't matter whether mama cared or that caring, that coddling, that little Larry, he can do whatever you want to do. No, there's consequences in the real world for his behavior. You know what I'm saying? And so the sooner those consequences are learned and accepted, the better off you have a community. You speak in fact, yeah, thank you, Vay. What I'm saying? Hey, listen, these are things that I've always thought about. Yes, men build men and women build men. That's just facts. Women build men. This is facts. And when you have that, see, here's the thing. This is what I do know. This country does not want Black people to ever truly get this thing together. This is one thing I know. If Black people ever got it together, there would be no stopping us. And they know that. They 100% know that. They 100% know that if we ever got it together, if we ever started to get our women and our men on the same page and get it alike and come up with a public policy, every other race of people, y'all, has public policy. There's things that they prescribe to, and if you violate the public policy, there's repercussions for that. You can't just do anything you want to do in other communities. They don't roll like that. You know what I'm saying? There's rules, there's structure. Our problem is anything goes in the Black community. You can do anything and be accepted. It's always some sort of a excuse for the behavior. And this is why I'll continue to push this. We're going to need strong men at the forefront. We're also going to need the support system of our women who are backing it. Who are like, you know what? I don't care what y'all say. We're backing our men. This is what we do. Because that's where they failed us during the civil rights movement. That's what Black men didn't do. They thought that taking up the feminist movement was the play. When all along they never understood that play never benefited them. That was they chose. It took that till I was 17 years old. Parents, I didn't even understand that. Like, why do my daddy? I got my mama's last name. You know what I'm saying? But these were the games you had to play when you Black in order to get by. You got to play this game of, you know what I mean, of hot potato. You know what I'm saying? You, you got it, or you can't have him in the house, but you know what I mean. He can't get it last night. All of that it weakens our community, and it makes and it puts him at the top of our households and not our men. So what a woman does is she's looking at you like, you can't tell me nothing. The white man pay the bills in this. He like, well, damn, don't you see what's happening here? Don't you see she don't want to hear that. And there you have it. Right? So this is why you know what I'm saying? You like harmonious, and I want all quality black women, you know what I'm saying, in relationships with quality men. Period. Because that's how you build strong communities. Be finished by you. Your goals and place should be so huge that this shouldn't be able to be accomplished. What happens is somebody else comes along and picks up the pieces, picks his tools up, and they begin, you know what I'm saying, the process. You know what I'm saying? They begin to dig, you know what I mean, to dig. They let it, you know, pass the shovel off, and now they're digging. You see what I'm saying? So I don't think that this thing can happen, you know, overnight. I'm very realistic in that. However, I do know that it is possible because I've seen other races do it, right? They do y'all know, yeah, let me see. Peace and blessings to everyone. Yeah, shout out to you, Gwen. Peace and blessings to you too, sister. Do y'all want to know what I see every day when I walk out? Take the gizmo, jump off the frame. What do I see? I see 5 Mexicans. I see 3 men, 1 young girl, you know, fairly attractive, and a mama. They have a dumpster, right? They get up and they clean out this building, right? But they all take this stuff and they put it in the dumpster, right? Every morning I see them working together. Every morning I see them in a collective, you know what I'm saying, in a collective goal, you know what I'm saying, in order to see. Everybody's pushing, everybody's doing something, everybody's being a part of it. Those same people are going to take that one dumpster and turn it into 5. Then they're going to do 10. They'll be rich in the next 10 to 15 years. You can book it. Contribute at the same time as well. So you're saving your money, you're sending money home, and you're also building for the future. All simultaneously because you decided to work with your own people. When will we start to understand these principles? Like what I'm saying, playbook is that that's what really this is the mind-boggling part. The playbook is there. It's not like they're doing anything that's oblivious. Like it's not like we can't see these. It's there. They do it all the time. How do y'all think the Indians got control of all of the subways and the 7-Elevens and the motels and the gas stations? What do y'all think? What are y'all not paying attention? Let's see. There are other cultures that work together to succeed. We just have to stop competing with each other and realize what to say. This is facts, Vang. This is fact, and this is why I started this channel because once you can, here's the thing, you don't always have to agree with me. I want to make something very clear. I don't have all of the answers. And Boss said this, you know what I'm saying, because I now figured it out. If it's all on me, then we in trouble. He's right. He's right about that. So it's not, so I don't want it all to be on me. You don't have to agree with everything I said. Everything I say. The only thing you have to understand is what he's saying for the betterment of the group. And if it is, I'm with it. I'll give you, and I'll take it even better for you too. Let's say for a minute, there's a group of us. I'm outvoted. I'm going with the group. I could believe in my heart I'm 100% correct, but I'm going with the group because the group said this is what we're doing. I've been outvoted. The vote was what 3-2. That's that. This shout out to the coach Knisha. He said something. He said that men unite as allies in a common cause, only to dissipate once the crisis is over. He's right. Only to dissipate once the crisis is over. But we work together to get through the crisis, get through the storm. Oh, okay. Drive safe. Okay, Lives. Thank you for tuning in. Yes, that's facts. Thank you. Yeah, thank everybody for tuning in. Yes, when your culture understands you work together with your own people, when you're working together with your own people, there's so much opportunity for growth. There's so much for the regular opportunity. But guess what? I have to provide value to my people. And my people will tell me whether or not I'm valuable or not. Because guess what? They'll subscribe. Guess what? They'll like. Guess what? They'll send it to a friend. They'll send it to their brother, cousin, significant other. Hey, you need to hear my man. I know you listen to the other podcast. You need to hear, bro. Yeah, the sisters, hey, man, mess with him. Listen to him. She listens to you on the radio. Now the voice becomes one that resonates within the community, right? And then now all of a sudden, the same guy who was sitting in the shelter, right, is sitting in the White House making policy, saying, hey, man, no. Hey, look here, nah, you white devils ain't ready. That's how I talk. Yeah, y'all don't scare me. Yeah, this what I want. No. Nah. Scratch that. This is what's up. Why? Because my people put me there. Because I put my people first. You see what I'm saying? That's what happens when you put your own people. Your people will put you in position. That's how that goes. And then you don't forget it. That's where a lot of black, now you get subtle. But see, I done had the money before. You see what I'm saying? And I done been down to the bottom. So guess what? You can't buy me. No, this is what I want. Because once again, it's bigger than money. Because the money will come. Provide the value first. If you're watching, hit the like button. Yeah, that's fact. Thank you, babe. You know what I'm saying? Your own people, your people put you in position. Say your people. For our community should be women. No, they're not spokesmen for any other race of people. Why is the loudest voice in our community Candace Owens? A woman who wears to a white man. A black woman who wears to a white man. How can you be a spokesman for our people? And every time we get somebody black, they always like we always have to have, we don't get quality black people like a Muhammad Ali anymore. Where's men like that? Shout out to him. Shout out to the champ. Just a black man who was exceptionally, superly talented. But he said, you know what? I'm doing what I want to do. I'm doing what I want to do. Y'all not gonna tell me who to be and what to say. I don't play step and fetch for you. If you can't respect a man like that, then I don't know, something wrong with you, right? I appreciate you, y'all. Yes, when y'all have an opportunity, share it. Pass the message along. I don't know how to cut this thing up in clips because I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Hopefully, Yana will be able to help me with that. You know what I'm saying? Cut this thing up in clips so that way, because I know people's attention span don't really have the ability to, you know what I'm saying, with the ills of the world, you know what I'm saying, to go through, you know what I mean, 2 hours live, you know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, it's a play in tonight, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot going on in the world, right? It's a lot of things that are competing for our attention and our time. So far be it from me to try to act like I should take 45, May 3rd. Who's gonna take care of my daughter? I'm 44 years older than her, y'all. So let's just say for a minute, hypothetically speaking, God give me another 30 years. 74. She's in the prime. Now what? Who's going? What? How are we raising our boys to be the men that our women are gonna need? And I need to know how you black men, how you women, how are you raising your sons? Are you raising courageous, masculine boys? And to be men. And I'm gonna tell you something. Based on the evidence I've seen, we got. I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. We got a long way to go. We got a long way to go because I do not put like this. I want my daughter to be with a man who's capable, who is able and ready. I don't want her to be with some cornball who does not know, who's looking to her for answers. Like how does that help her? How does that help her? I wish to give her to a man who has been vetted and who qualifies. It is not my job to keep my daughter. I've said this before, and people get upset when I say it, and I don't give a damn. I'm not one of these women who talk about that's my son is my man. Can y'all imagine? Can y'all imagine? What would y'all think of me if I said, man, this is my daughter, this is my woman. She the only woman I love. This my woman. This the woman in my life. What would y'all say about what would I gotta keep it real? What would y'all say about that? I know what you would say. This nigga's a pedophile. This nigga's a freak. He's some type of cornball. Y'all would cuss me to blank out. Because y'all would be like, man, are you crazy? That's your daughter. And guess what? You would be right. She's my daughter. It's not my job to keep her to myself. She don't belong to me. My job is I'm here to do a job. My job is to do the work. Then I give her away to a man who has been vetted and who qualifies. Then I've done my job. But smiles and this, because in the end, if you you if he was vetted properly and I co-signed off him, that should be that. You was lost. Okay, you was lost. Gwen Michelle. Yeah, I was just speaking about what is my job is with my daughter. It's not my job to keep her to myself. And a lot of times we don't know that in our communities. We don't know what our roles are. We don't know what we should and shouldn't be doing. It's not my job to keep my daughter to myself. My job is to put her in a position and give her the best opportunities that life allows me that I can afford more than anything. Give her, excuse me, give her plans. Give her a way so she can see the world clearly and not be emotionally caught up so much. Johnny, you look like you got something going on. You trying to?
No, go ahead.
Okay. I have the same thoughts about my son. He's 3. I'm doing the best I can to raise him with good values and morals, and then have to release him. I can't keep. This is facts, Vay. Vay, question: do you have any men in his life, uncles, brothers, your father, grandfather? What type of masculine principles? What type of in his life, if any? Those will always be important to him. And I because I've said this before, I get so tired of black people always pushing our boys to be athletes. I'm gonna do another video on that too. You know what I'm saying? That's that like that's all black boys can do is run, jump, and catch. And if they don't excel there, then all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying, there tends to be no. There's so many opportunities, especially for a skilled tradesman. especially for a skilled trader. There's opportunity left and right. My brother, but he lives 3 hours away. He really needs more. Okay, well that's okay, right? Okay, well, maybe so once he gets a little older, maybe you're able to send him with him. Let him spend some weeks. Let him spend some weekends with him. Let him spend a week with him. Let him have the opportunity to be around men, to see what men do, to see what a man would say in this circumstance, to see his uncle moves, and you know what I'm saying, to be able to pick up some of the principles that are going to be building blocks for his life. Because if he's always around estrogen, then what he does is he's going to begin to behave in a way that you're not going to be comfortable with, and it's just because he's mimicking the behavior that he's been around, right? My son is 30 now, college professor. My dad stepped in. Shout out to you, Gwen. Lord have mercy, college professor. Go ahead, black man. See, this is the stories I love, because there are so many black men who are successful in their own right. These are the black men that are you know what I mean, that are truly ignored a lot of times. You know what I mean? The brothers who come from it, but however, they use their intellect to make a way. And there's a lot of black men who can do that. Being a skilled tradesman is I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give y'all some game too. Here's the thing: had I not had Gizmo, I would have absolutely done it. Well, I was hustling at that point in time, but if I hadn't have been a hustler, and if I hadn't have had her, what I would have did was got me a skilled trade, learned me, got certified. I'd have bought me a plane ticket to Dubai. That's the first thing I'd have done. Their infrastructure, they're always looking to put people in position. Go over there with a skilled trade. Like they taking care of people so good. I had a guy who I knew, got the joint, went over there. I ain't seen him since. I don't know how he doing, but I know I ain't seen him since. And so I would like to think that he's doing extremely well. I did a little bit of research in terms of the pay. They have y'all know they got that oil money over there in Dubai, so they don't have no problem paying absolutely top dollar for people to come over there and help them build their infrastructure. So that learning a skilled trade, becoming a skilled tradesman is probably one of the safest things a black man can do. And if you have a little bit of know-how, you can take that and turn that into a business, become an entity of your own. Once you start to understand the tax laws, and once you start to understand, what comes with it, you have a great life. Yes, God is good. Yes, he is. Facts. He spends too much time with me and my mom. I'm working on it. Yes, babe. Yes, got to get him around. You have to get him around men. I'll tell you this. Um, and I know it's difficult for you in terms of, because like I said, that's your son, that's your baby, and that there's that mother. You know what I mean? It's just that let him go, get him involved in boxing. That's a really good principle. Now here's the thing. He don't got to get right in the ring. I know you were, nobody punches my son. You may be thinking that. What they'll do is they just start working with him. What they do is start hitting the mitts, start working. They don't put kids in there that cannot fight, right? They don't do that. They don't just, it's not like a cop. That's not, I don't know how much you know about the sport, but it's not that at all. Like what he'll do is he'll be around other, see these young boys, they're all focused. You can see, look, guys, they get up every day, they go to the gym, because I did it, so I know. They get up, they're Monday through Friday after school in the gym, right? And this right here is something. He's only 3. Yes, Miss Vay. He may not be quite old enough, maybe next year, I would think. But you'd be surprised. There'd be some young kids in there. Yeah, you'd be surprised. I think they may take them as young as 3, Miss Vay, be honest with you. Yeah. Now, like I said, once again, he would just be on the floor. You know what I mean? He would, they would be working him on the hand mitts. You know what I'm saying? He'd just be learning love. He would just be being busy at that point. You know what I mean? Just pretty running around. But what he did is he's taking in the information that he's seeing, the discipline from these other young people. And they're all, some of them 6, 7, 8 years old, and they're all around him, right? So boxing is a very, very good sport to get him into. Yeah, maybe 4 years old, start to get him into, so that he can start to be around boys, and he can start to see you know what I mean, what being a man will look like, and all in that community. So it's a very great community. I do fitness boxing. He's going to start going with me at 4. Okay, that's great. Okay, yes. And then okay, fitness box. Okay, and that's, you know what I'm saying. So you're not really taking no hits. You will just get in there. You know what I'm saying. And you will just like I said, go through the motions, hit the pads, stay in shape. That's always a great thing. Taking your son to, like I said, once again, putting him around men where you're not even present. He's just in the presence of men. Because here's the thing, what I will say, Ms. Vay, is that when there's a difference between the men, that there's a difference in the way we behave when you're around versus when there's not. You know what I'm saying? There tends to be a way we have to tailor language, and the way we have to, say certain things, and you know what I mean? Whereas when it's not, it's just when you were amongst men, it's okay, dog. Listen, let me get this stuff to you straight, because I don't got time for this. You see what I'm saying? And then he'll get more of an answer. You know what I mean? And he'll get more out of it when you're able to just let him go, be with men, be around young boys, and you'll begin to see a lot of those principles start to take shape. The discipline has to be the structure of his life. The discipline has to be not the structure, the building block, the foundation, the rock. You build your life upon that. Anything that you build is going to anything. If that's your starting point, there's no way that there's very little chance that you're not going to be successful in whatever you do. He just needs more masculine mentors. Yes, hopefully you're able to find some in your community. Hopefully you're able to locate a lot of black men, or some black men who can be that for you, who can give him that. And shout out to you for recognizing that your son needs that. I want to recognize you for that. Let me take time out to highlight that. There's a lot of black women who think that they don't need a man, who think that black men are not needed in the community, who say that I can raise him, and you know what I'm saying, and I'm doing just fine, and so forth and so on. These type of women do the community a disservice, and when these men don't turn out to be the quality men that they would hope. Even if he's strong, even if he's strong in some sort of a sport, a lot of times he's weak mentally. So therefore, what did you do? You gave the world a guy who was a great athlete. However, he's not able to keep his money because he behaves like his mother. So therefore, he's erratic. He doesn't have the ability to control his emotions. And so what have you really done? You need men, because men teach men how to control their emotions, and because you have to regulate that when you're around men. Because if men start to see you get too emotional, they'll challenge you on that. You'll be in a fight for real. Like, men like, bro, you acting like a broad. What? Next thing you know what I'm saying, hey, that's how that go. You have to you have to regulate your tone. You know what I'm saying? Because people will, men will get at you about that for sure. Teach him what you do is not what you should do. Teach him what you should do is not what he should do. When my son was young, I would always correct his actions so he could not mimic or act or respond like me. Great point. Great principle. That's a great point. A lot of times I hate that for our community, that we have to, that our women have to be placed in these roles so frequently. However, this is where we are, and so there's no need in fighting. Only the sane shall fight against the self-evident. We still can do a better job with these things, and knowing what we know now, we have to begin to set better examples. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that a lot of people really want to see the community, fail because they didn't do well is a sickness to me. Like, that would be like me want to see another black man go to prison. Like, bro, you don't want that. Like, and this is why I'm trying to push something up, because I'm like, bro, like the life I live, like you don't want that, because you might not be strong enough to come through it. Do you know what I've suffered through? You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want that. Like, your best bet, bro, is to Especially a lot of people are starting to raise their kids. Oh my God. Vay, why you gonna get me started? this is and this is and this is and this is why black men like, and then when I say something about these things, then you got a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody asked me, would I have a problem with my daughter being absolutely. Absolutely. Yes. And I don't subscribe to that. And yes, it would be consequences. Meaning what? I don't accept that. So I'm letting you know what I don't accept. Like that, this is the facts. You can do whatever you choose once you out of my home. I'm telling you what I will not accept. So there lies the meaning of the parting or meeting of, or where they say the proverbial the rubber meets the road. You either go your own way or you go the way that your father and the people who have cared for you your whole life have set for you. This is up to you. But you're not gonna get my support when you don't go, when you go whatever and do whatever you want to do. There's no gender fluidity here. Okay, you're we're not playing those games. We're not playing fast and loose with words over here. I'm raising a girl. You to be a young lady, woman. That's that. You don't want to be that, you do it someplace else. All right. I can't stand here and I don't need a man. I beg to differ. I need a man. Go ahead, girl. Just not any man. LOL. God will save one patient, but women do need men and men need women. This is facts. For you see what I'm saying? Don't put that on God. That's the only thing I don't agree with. Everything else I'm 100% in alignment with. I do agree that God, I don't think that's up to the creator. I think that is up to you. He's giving you, he woke you up, he made you conscious. I'm going to assume that you're attractive. And even if you're not, are you fit? Right? Men like women that are fit, right? So you can do something with that. And it's not like a man is going to deny a woman even if she is not that. Let's hypothetically speaking. If a man can have a woman who's not that attractive, but she's fit and she's helpful and she's friendly, he's gonna take her. So my question is, how active are you being in the process of vetting to see, you know what I mean, wherein lies that? Because you're talking good, and I like the way you think. You know what I'm saying, based